Hello everyone, welcome back to today's lesson. So for the past lesson, we talked about the tools you can use in Photoshop, and we talked about the move tool, the marquee tool, the lasso tool, the object selection tool, the crop tool, the frame tool, and the eye trapper tool. In today's lesson, we will be continuing with the other all the remaining tools we have in Photoshop, and we will be doing a quick overview on how and why when to use each of these tools. Follow closely and pay key attention to what we'll be doing. The next tool we will be talking about here is the the spot healing brush tool and all other drop down we have in it here. So we have the spot healing brush tool, the remove tool, the healing brush tool, and then the patch tool, the content, and we're doing a quick review over the first three or four healing brush tool. The healing brush tool uh, works on, especially for the spot healing brush tool, it works on pictures. Alright, let's take this picture as an example. Let me see if I can find a really nice headshot picture that will be perfectly okay. Okay, so we have this picture here, and we are talking about the spot healing brush tool. The spot healing brush tool, photographers usually use this brush for removing spots and bumps on the face. As you can see, this is our layer, the photo, and then we have this spot that is making the picture really not really clear. So the spot hidden brush will function in this area to help you remove these spots or bumps on your face. So you don't use it in a wide range or area. You don't use it like that, but you use it on a particular spot. So if you have this bump here and you want to remove it, you just use a spot hidden brush and you just click on it and for anywhere the boom app, just click and you see it will remove all the boom that are visible on the face. It remove it very quickly. This is how the spot healing brush tool works. It heal spots. And then the remove tool it just function as a so help in removing a particular place you have on your layer or your image. If you aren't satisfied with a particular area you have on your page, you just remove it. It works as the spot hidden brush tool, so you can remove places or area. These are just photo manipulation steps that you can carry on. And the next one is the hidden brush tool is the same as the spot hidden brush tool, but this one is like you want to hue one spot with another spot. You have to press Alt on your keyboard, select when your pointer changes this, then you have to click on the spot that is healed and or the spot you want to choose to heal the other area you want to make the changes on. So we press Alt and we want to use this place where and we click here and you can see the mouse is moving with a particular background like stuff in it. So anywhere we click it now point to the other side. So it works like you clicking at one point and using the texture or the background in that point to apply it to another side. That's how the brush is hidden brush tool work. So we selected here, we selected that area. So if we're making changes here, that means we will still continue with selected area, changing here. That's how it works. The pass through is just the same as the filling tool. So you have to select a particular area and then move the selected area to area you want to replace. That's how it works. So if you want it to be replaced with here, you just replace it, or if you want it to be replaced with here, just replace it. That's how it works. The next tool we'll be talking about is the brush tool. The brush tool and the pencil tool. The brush tool is one tool that you should get very familiar with in your Photoshop journey. Very big, and it's something that you're going to use more often. It's not just about writing something or drawing something with a brush or using the brush to color a particular background or using the brush to give highlights or points out something. But there are other embedded brush shapes that you can use. I will send a link for favorite brushes, and there are customized brushes you can use in Photoshop, and there are different effects when it comes to the brush. So like this, we have the scatter brush. So this one give a little scatter pink leg. So we select the green as the color we want. So you can change the color to any color and give a little scatter. So these are all brush working, and you can change the brush to something different. So you see this one, change the brush, and there are many other type of brushes. You got smoke brushes too. You got smoke brushes you can use. So just there are many different type of brushes you can use while you designing. You got custom brushes, you got just any type of brush you think of, they have in it. Any type of shape you think of, they have a particular brush for it. But still, you can still draw, you can still write, you can still do anything you want to do with your brush tool. You can use it as highlighting, anything. So the brush tool works similarly with the pencil tool, just that the hardness is increased, but the brush tool the hardness is decreased. So that's the same stuff. You're gonna use the pencil tool, maybe you wanna do drawing of custom stuff. And the next tool we have is the comb tool. Can't talk much about this. You're not really needed. This is the history brush and this is the eraser. So as we all know, eraser is for erasing, and you increase the, but because as shows the background color for the eraser as this, that's why it's erasing to this. So you have to understand. So you see that I changed the background color to this, so it changed to this. But if you want to erase a particular background, you choose background eraser, and then you can erase the background. And you can also increase the eraser size by pressing bracket open and close. So you can also on your option bar, you can help reduce or increase the hardness of your eraser tool. So let's take an example. Let's say we unclip this, we release this clipping mask, and we want to use the eraser tool here. We just rasterize this layer and we can erase. So if we having to erase with the opacity, the hardness of the eraser tool, you see it's straight, right? But if we reduce the hardness to 0%, you see it gave it that little fade in like erasing. So you should understand this when you want to erase something, why you want to erase it. So you make it fit in the background now. But first, if the hardness is 100%, you give it straight edge photo. And the next tool is the gradient tool. The gradient tool is used for giving gradient to anything, maybe your background or your layer. So you use the gradient in both ways. You are using Photoshop 2020 upwards, you can use a gradient like this, and you can make some adjustments to it. So on your option bar, the gradient option is here. So here you choose the type of gradient color you want to use. So Photoshop has its own preset colors that you can choose to use. The type of gradient we have here is, once you have already selected your particular color for your gradient, you for me, I'm using Photoshop 2025, so it'll be a little different. So I can choose to change the color from here by just clicking this. I can choose to change the color from here, and I can choose to change the color from here by just clicking that same place. I can change my color easily like that. On your option bar, this is for linear gradient, and this is for radial gradient or circular gradient. If you want your gradient in a circular form, you can just choose the circular or the radial gradient for it, or you can reverse it. So if I reverse this, it will be something like this. Yeah, is how most gradient looks like. It's not the black being in the center of the page, but the black supposed to be outside the page, so that it gives you that gradient or light in the middle part. Then the next type of gradient is the angle gradient. The angle gradient is just maybe giving something one side gradient like that. So that's how it works. And then the next one is this. The next one is this within this type of light. So probably you won't give the type of gradient to a particular font you are working with, or particular text or style to give it that maybe reflection like gradient, and you want to give diamond gradient to anything. So you can just do the refresh on it, or the black in the light color, or to exchange both colors gradient and gradient. So that's how the gradient tool works. And the next tool is the pin bucket tool. The pin bucket tool is, as we all know, pin bucket, right? You just change a particular color at once without using gradient. So you just select your color you want to use. If I want to use orange, select my orange, and then select the pin bucket, fill the background to orange by just clicking on your workplace, and the background is filled to orange. That's how you use the pin bucket tool. And this tool is the blur tool. It's used for blurring images or blurring out things. But and then this is the touch tool. This is the pen tool. We talk a little bit less about the pen tool because it is a very important topic that require a lot of attention, especially as a designer. If you are able to master the pen tool, you will be able to create many shapes, and you'll be able to do some wonderful logo design on your own when you totally understand and master the brush tool. I haven't mastered the brush tool yet, so don't bother asking me or worrying if I know the brush tool 100%. I don't know it that much because I usually don't create my own shape or my own vectors when it comes to designing. Just use what I got. So with the pen tool, you can use the pen tool to draw any shape, as I said, any shape and anything you think of. You can use the pen tool to draw any shape. So this is just a highlight on how you can use the pen tool. How best the pen tool will work for you. This could be something some any kind of design you think of, but You use the pen tool to just come up with a design, especially when you want to draw something of your own. The pen tool is very good at it. And you have the pen, you get the freedom pen tool, you get the adventure pen tool, you get add vector point. So if you want to add vector point to a particular shape that you draw, and then you want to delete angle point, and then you can compare the point. That's the pen tool. And the next tool is the text tool. So the text tool is just used for writing your text in Photoshop. The text tool is just used for writing text in Photoshop. Anything concerning text is the text tool. No other tool here can write your particular text except the text tool. The text tool, only the text tool can write text for you. So if you want to write text, you use the text tool. You can write paragraphs. You can write paragraph with the text tool. Select your particular font you want to use in the size of the font, and you can write how you want it. Also you can choose to write vertical, horizontal. You can choose to write vertical and horizontally using your text tool. And then with the text tool you can choose to write like this. So the text tool, the pen tool, and then the next tool is the path selection tool. For this, I wouldn't talk much about this because we aren't talking about path yet. This is just a beginner class. When you do further study, you know what's the path. The path is just on your option bar. You can choose to write on a path. Like for this shape, you can choose that this shape be a particular path. In that path, you already draw the path. You can use this one to move your path from one point to another instead of using the move tool to move the path. It will not work. So you use the path selection tool to move only the path from one place to another. So what you can do with the path is you can write on your path. You can write on your path you created. It could be circle, it could be any custom shape that you did. Any custom shape. Maybe you did it with your pen tool. It could be anything you think of in to your path, and then you can now move it. And the next tool is the shape tool. So with the shape tool, you can draw rectangle. Okay, using shape. So you can draw rectangle, you can draw cycle, you can draw triangle, you can draw polygon, and you can draw custom shape. So they got custom shape in better in Photoshop. They got leaves, they got flowers. So you can use custom shape too for your design. You can download it anywhere you think of. You can download it from the internet. You just check for custom shape and you can use it when you are designing. The next tool is the hand tool. The hand is used for movement of your workspace. Maybe you want to move it, trace it from one place to another, you use it. Or maybe you're working in multiple tables, you can use your hand tool to move. And the next tool is the zoom tool. The zoom tool is used for in and out zooming. So you zoom in on your option bar, you change it to minus, and you zoom out. And then this place is used for color selection. So you select color from here, select color. You can select two colors you are currently working with right now. So you select your foreground color and then you select your background color that you can work with, that you can choose to work with. So you can just rotate between which one and which one you want to work with. more easily. This is the end of today's lesson. I hope you learned something, and if any question, you can just leave a comment or inbox me anytime.